A goodly evening, this is Nerdist the Human, and welcome back to Empire Total War. And you join us in the end turn where, Denmark apparently do have a quite sizable fleet, apparently. A massive pile of brigs, too much for me. So, our assault on Reykjavik may be slightly delayed. We'll retreat into the middle of the ocean, and hopefully we'll just be able to land our men. I don't mind if the boats need to keep fleeing out of there, but I hope we can find a way of landing the army. And if nothing else, when they become rebel, all will be fine. I won't need to worry about them anymore. Oh, we have ourselves a brand new gentleman. That is excellent news. So with this laddie, we just got rid of the school, didn't we? We burnt it down last time. So yes, last time we had a pretty good time of it. We spent our time pretty much beating up our Russian neighbours, and essentially we got ourselves in a good position where, Baldy House over here. Moscow is now at neutral, which is very nice indeed. We also have our general over here sitting around ready to look after this army over in Moscow, making sure that the likes of Russia don't come back to deal with us, which is absolutely marvellous. Okay, so let's see, you can aura a load of this, trait gain, subterfuge. That is excellent news, because apparently he can't actually see these towns anymore in spite of his subterfuge being better, which doesn't make an awful lot of sense, but at least it's something, I suppose. Now, elsewhere, we were sending some of our troops back over towards Courland just to make sure we've got extra lads around that part of the world, and everything else was looking pretty darn solid. The Hanover seemed to be settling down. We were just getting ourselves, just enough of an army to try and defend this area should it come under attack. So it's actually got ourselves, the 12-pounder artillery cannons now, which is very nice indeed. So, nothing too much to say about those, but they are slow moving. We can actually vaguely move them on the battlefield. What we need is the horse-pulled ones eventually. Now, on the note of research, we're 4 turns on military syllabus right now. I was on square formation. I think I forgot to change it over, so we've lost a couple turns towards that. But square formation, not terrible to have, to be fair, and we're going to be needing it going forward anyway, so I can't complain there. We're 1 turn away from our farms, and with Russia now back under control with public order, we can probably get away with the -1 happiness at this stage. So let's get our fleet up here and see if we can find a way to wangle them close to Iceland, but hopefully not find those boats. I think we can land our troops up at the top here. We're not quite going to make the port, but I think we should just be good to landfall over here. Path is blocked. Excellent. So we can't go any further over here either. That's excellent. Okay, so they've currently got a navy in there, which means we can't do anything about all of this nonsense. But actually, no, the army has just got off. That's all I needed to happen. Okay, how many boats do they have? This is like a whole separate fleet to the fleet that was over here and was attacking us last time. Presumably hanging out on the south side, because that is not the same fleet. Slightly terrifying. But yes, next turn we can at least march to Reykjavik and take that. So hopefully our boats can then get away. I don't know where they're going to get away, but they're going to go somewhere. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Just about managed to work that one out. Right, so over here in Hanover, we just need to make sure that we have enough of a force to handle anything that comes at us. I don't know that we're going to be able to. That's an Austrian gentleman, not one of mine. We did see last time that there were quite a lot of troops hanging around here that could potentially stab us, so we need to be a little bit careful. But look at that, Poland-Lithuania and Prussia at a proper war here. Now, a weaker Prussia is not a bad thing. Now, actually, I don't think they actually joined at the start, so this has already been a snipe for them, hasn't it? So these guys want to back and forth. I'm very happy with it. Poland will not take peace for some unbeknown reason, and that means when we start the next few turns stabilising, building up our economy, and all of that lovely, lovely, lovely nonsense, I think we'll soon have an opportunity to go and take Vilnius, if Poland still want to go and leave it lying around. There is an artillery fort here, so we need to be careful, but I think that needs to be what we're thinking of in the near sort of future. Poland will not take peace, but hopefully they'll see the sword. This is where our boats are going to be in trouble, isn't it? Now the second fleet has turned up and we need to desperately retreat. I don't know where it's going to send us. I need to hope that these boats aren't a problem after we deal with their whole nation. But there's a good chance they can keep chasing us down into... We've actually left the sea now. We're just completely unmapped. Oh dear, they can totally chase us down over here, can't they? No! Oh, it's a decent admiral. I think our best bet here is just to auto-resolve and see if we can get some of our ships out of there, luckily. So I don't think there's much I can hope for really. Victory? What? We're on hard. Okay, I'll take that absolute clutch victory. I have no idea how that just happened. I know we have a Sith rate and a fifth rate, but that's kind of ridiculous. I just realised I probably should have clicked on some boats that I could have captured there, but I completely ignored the opportunity, which is a bit irritating. Oh well, what's done is done. Now we have ourselves a new agent over here. Gentleman scientist, lovely industrial techs, factory master, industrial techs. Okay, alignment techs and general zeal. Excellent stuff. Now, there is another gentleman here. 50% for you. And there's another one in here as well. How about you? 50%. Oh, you know what? We're going to try this guy. He's been here a while. We'll let the old hand have a go at a duel. We haven't done any duels yet. So here comes the dueling result. Let out of our carriage. And fight. Am I supposed to know which guy is mine, by the way? Because I don't know who I'm supposed to be cheering on here. Cheer on my guy. Shall I know who my guy is? Hopefully my guy's in black. I really hope my guy's the one in black because I don't want to be at my church that looks like a very Protestant church, which doesn't look good for our Orthodox lads. This looks like it might be our guy who's dead. Oh dear. Duelist was killed. Interesting. Not time for animal husbandry. Not time for animal... You know what, let's just have a go at second agent. Second agent. Double roll here. Double or nothing. I guess it's going to be nothing, isn't it? Let's just see how it went. We won, but we didn't manage to kill him. Bit upsetting, but at least we have someone else in here again. Okay, fine. Military syllabus is underway. Shame we couldn't have a second guy there, but I wanted to show off the duels, even if it wasn't necessarily the most sensible decision. I think we're a bit unlucky to be shot there. That was pretty... by the way, if our guy just died... He totally won the duel and just got shot by an absolute scumbag. So I think this just said that this guy managed to, yes, retreat with honour. No honour for you, sir. Jacob Daniel Bruce. What kind of Russian name is that? You're Scottish gibber. I can't believe it. Anyway, we do have some more stuff being recruited, which is great. Hanover's a little bit more defended now. Not going to defend against a full stack coming for it. And I really need another rake, actually. It's all well and good having a look over here, but actually I possibly need to keep a closer eye on that. Although, to be honest, this is the immediate danger. So keeping an eye on these cities is probably what I need to be doing. So we'll keep a closer eye on Vilnius too, perhaps next turn. Just have another peek, because there was a fairly sizable army there a few turns ago, which was causing us a bit of concern, actually, when it started marching towards me. Was mentioned over here, only 382 recover. Now my economy is not looking that good right now, by the way. I've kind of been stretching it to its limit, which is a bit upsetting. I would like to send these troops away, but we're only a bit neutral there currently. I don't know that we necessarily have any towns over here that we can actually build something like a boarding house. I don't think there's anything in this part of the world. It's all, yeah, a little bit gold for anyone to actually live there, which is a bit of a shame. Okay, as for Moscow, things are looking much better over here. Oh yes, of course, we did get a gentleman in this part of the world, although we did lose the school. So, you know what? We might rebuild the school in time, but for now, it's probably best that we just send him off in this part of the world, because there's a town here, that's a coach in him. And over here we have a craft workshop. Well, if nothing else, we can get him over to Sweden or Denmark. Denmark, by the way, has a couple Danish lads in here who we should probably try and shoot. But again, I don't really want to waste my men on that. So then we'll get the flagship over here, send it over to St. Petersburg. We can go and pick up that gentleman, give him a beautiful fifth-rate escort. And yes, as for, speaking of fifth rates, how did we just win that? That is obscene. Yeah, I probably had the opportunity to send things to Sea Police or whatever. I don't know. I might have given up a good opportunity there. So let's go march on Reykjavik. I'm sure it's a beautiful land over here for us to go and take over. Not cold in any way whatsoever. It's currently winter, so invading Iceland in winter time. They do have a fair few troops, but I think we should be fine judging by this. How are we looking? Oh, it's nothing of any quality. I didn't think it would be. Excellent. So lots of fine luck on Sistery Mob. We have a few militia. Some provincial cav, actually. I should bear in mind. How are we looking for cav? Yeah, pretty equal. So let's not rush the cav in. But we do have 2 cannon. We have the vastly superior line infantry. Okay, let's demand surrender. They refuse. Well, let's head on in. An interesting situation over here then. I actually deployed on the side of the battlefield. It seems to have confused and spooked their line setup. So we'll see how all of this goes. If we can get a shot away, we absolutely will. Then just regiment of horse will be fine. Our cannons are blasting through them right away. That is excellent news. We'll send one of the cav back here. These guys are just deployed to make sure those cav didn't cause us any problems. Indeed, they won't now. So yeah, having deployed at the side, we've got them all out of formation, which is excellent. We weren't quite in formation either, but we are at the very least, yeah, able to get in a good position now. So some of the horses are fleeing. Let's not worry too much about them. We'll just make sure that we've got horses to go and cover the flanks if we need to go and mop anyone up. So they're going to come on and charge on in. That's excellent. You guys can just march on in and finish them off them, because I suspect they're not going to last very long. So just run through them as much as possible. They're going to get torn to shreds by our bayonets anyway. Elsewhere, what's going on? Cannons. Can you go to canister, please? They're right in front of you, so canister would be lovely. I think, unfortunately, we've got a little bit of a hillock that I didn't quite see here. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think it's going to work, actually. We've kind of cocked up the cannon position. Yeah, well, some of these guys actually probably can smash those ones, but I don't think we're actually ideal. We can kind of shoot at the sides, okay, but not in front of us. That's a bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. You guys run after them for a minute. Ooh, some lovely shots. Yeah, those cav just run out to that flank. Make sure we can mop anyone up. These guys are also doing the same. I would like to charge them down, but unfortunately these guys are currently, yeah, kind of covered to some extent. Okay, if they were sensible, they would be dealing with my cannons, but they are not sensible at all. This is excellent news. So we're just going to gun them down. We'll get these cav around this way. And it looks like we're going to win these flanks much before we actually win the centre by the looks of it. So, on that note, yeah, actually, go and mop up those guys. We should be in a good position to do that in a moment. Ooh, they just seem to be covering that particular flank, which is unfortunate. How are we doing down here? Lads, you feeling happy about this? You should be, because they're terrible and you're much, much better. Although, certainly much, much better at actually hand-to-hand than anything else. Looks like we're doing okay. It's taken a little bit of time to get going over there. These guys can, if nothing else, just get moving in on them. I'm actually going to tell these guys to, yeah, as I thought, time to start swinging these guys into closer position. That is good for me. Over on this flank, these two are going to take on that guy. That's fine. You are shooting into his flank. That's great. These guys need to run into position. The cavalry can just charge them down. As for these cav, I'm going to send them potentially the long way around those guys. Oh, look, they're already wavering. This is excellent news. At this point, we are just starting to wrap around on both sides, which is excellent news. Turn them into a run, please. Cav are just trying to mop up whatever they can in the background, and that should hopefully keep most of them away from us. There's still a general's bodyguard over there. He is actually getting, hopefully, gunned down by us very, very soon. Get the cav to return behind the lines, because I'd quite like, yeah, you guys to shoot that general if at all possible. They're almost in range. That'll do. Okay, yeah, you can get back on him now. Now that we've got the general in gunning position, I'm happy about this. Look at this traditional formation here, but even if it's a bit wonky in terms of what formation the game is expecting, it kind of works. Kind of breaks everything as far as the game's concerned. I'm quite happy with it. Okay, let's continue to get these guys dealt with. Close that in a little bit more. We've got our guns there, so we can't really get too much closer, but it's working, I would suggest. Okay, at this point, get those citizenry, please. And... oh, the German's bodyguard's fleeing as well. Let's try and get on top of him. We need him dead, if at all possible. We're just running it. You know what? Just melee them. I think at this point, you can just run in and melee them a little bit. That'll be absolutely fine. And at this point, yeah, I think that's what we're going to start doing. Get into melee. Charge them down. And I think, to be honest, guns, it's time for you to maybe just stop. Or just shoot over there or something. Get out of the way. So my general's right there. Maybe don't do that. Get the general to charge people down. I think we're largely done. It's just like one unit in the middle here who's not currently running. That's fire up. We'll just get on top of him. Officially, it's a decisive victory. I would certainly say so. I don't think we've lost very much of any of the units here. A couple down to in the 90s. I think they might have been vaguely damaged already. Who knows? Anyway, 120 lost to almost 900 of theirs. And that is Reykjavik taken over. Let's go and fix up that building. 6 already, because actually, yeah, their faction doesn't exist anymore. So the resistance doesn't really exist to the same extent. We've now got ourselves a new gentleman. Lovely stuff. Is that the guy who's already dead? No, that's the guy who's already here, Thomas. That's fine. Denmark have been destroyed. Farvel, Denmark, farvel. And this nation has been destroyed, its home region having fallen into enemy hands. A once great nation will become nothing more than a footnote in history. Oh, that's the words that all Swedes want to hear. Now we have ourselves improved animal husbandry, which is very nice indeed. Some good work in our research centre. So Karlstad is now researching... yes, that's what I want, isn't it? It's going to be the next bit of common land enclosures. So that's 5 turns until that. That one is nice, a little bit of... well, happiness, of course, goes down. But population growth, very nice. Food shortages go down. And it enables a load of extra things being built, which we're going to need to continue improving our farms. So really the thing I'm looking forward to is that military syllabus, so we can get fire by rank, and that's what we need to go and take on Poland. We need that as a tech boost to launch our campaign. And on that note, what we need to be doing then, I doubt we're getting very much money from here. 400, it's not nothing, but can we do anything else to make this place happy so I can spend the money elsewhere? Resistance to foreign occupation will go down. There is religious unrest, and there's also the tax burden. So, yeah, the tax burden can help a tiny bit, but not a huge amount, to be honest. I can only really get away with a little bit of that. And if I send out the garrison, at least a couple of them, how much of this can I get away with, by the way? 120, that's not going to fly, is it? Oh, no, it is. Technically, those 23 are enough. But to be honest, I probably just want to leave one behind. Just so I have some units. I doubt they can do very much from that town. But, yeah, let's not worry about that for now. Let's just get some units back in this part of the world. There's my gentleman who is on his way over to St. Petersburg. He's going to have a lovely, lovely time. And he can go get picked up in the lovely village of Kronstadt. So that is grand. Okay, nation destroyed, as we know already. Technology advancement. We've gained some traits and ancillaries, which is excellent. There's mistress. We have ourselves a patron on this guy, and +1 to morale. Lovely stuff. Okay, so that is good. That's looking very good indeed. Now, okay, over in Hanover, I need more information. I really need another one of my spies to help me out over here. So this rake is busy in this part of the world. He is absolutely necessary. I do have one actually over here towards Kyiv, which I think is also quite necessary, if I'm honest. I don't really see. Look at the AI be able to spend all of this money that it definitely shouldn't have. Ridiculous. There's no way they have money. But okay, I think for now, whilst we're at war with these guys, I think we do need him to be there, just so I know what's going on. The problem is I only actually have like 2 rakes right now. So that's just maybe I need to make some investment in these kind of things. There is the odd bawdy house around. I'm trying to think where they are. I think there's one here. So Okay, they're craft workshops. I think it's the body helps which help with these kind of things, but I'll have to find them. But yes, they just spit them out randomly. It means I don't necessarily have the opportunities I want to get those guys out on the field. Nonetheless, let's go have a look at Reykjavik over here. It seems like the boats have gone, which is what I hoped for and anticipated, but we will see about all of that. As much as possible, we'll try and get these guys retrained. Don't know how much we can manage it, but we will try. You swing around on your boats. Even though we went up in this grey area, apparently we discovered nothing of note. Maybe that's just what it looks like over there. So, with our boats up there, we can probably start considering what we're going to do. 6. Can we actually get them moving straight away? Would that be ridiculous? How do these guys lose so many? Apparently they did. Okay, let me just leave some provincial cav behind, but apart from that, how do they feel about walking out? I don't think we actually really have any more movement points this turn. They are at 0 even with that. Okay, that's nice. I think the wrong thing just got on the... Oh, for Pete's sake. The wrong thing got off the boat, -1 because of the garrison guy. Okay, you know what? I'll go sort this out. Okay, there's no fixing this mess, unfortunately. We'll just have to get moving next turn. It is what it is. It's absolutely fine. So, I hope we can sort out our money coming up in the next few turns. I think we're just stretched a little bit right now. And obviously we have been exempt in a few places. Someone like Moscow, if we, make sure we spend the money to fix up this place next turn, then that will be a good opportunity for us. 1230 is all we need, so that's fine. Yeah, we can do that, and then we can start to actually tax them. Infuriatingly, the Russians are burning down my lovely, lovely ironworks, and I'm not very happy about this because they can march straight from Kyiv to there in 1 turn, which suggests to me that I'm going to have to go and burn down Kyiv because it's basically their only opportunity to actually do anything. Now, I actually don't have enough money for that bawdy house, which is a little bit concerning, actually. New royal heir. The royal family have given birth to a beautiful daughter, securing the succession of a noble and gentle heir to the throne. Excellent. And there's a cat. What more could we ask for? Fleet arrives. Excellent news. And on that note, there's a lot of trade coming along here. Now, I wonder if the next bit is free. It might be. So that's Ottoman Empire. That's United Provinces. And okay, fine. We'll just join our own boats. That's no problem. So how are we doing right now? 693. Okay, not as much as it used to be, but you know, that's okay. 920 now. I'll happily take that. Now, as for Europe, we have ourselves, yes, our fleet over here that we need to do something with. Oh dear, right. These horses, you're supposed to get into the city. Get into the darn city. These men can stay here as well. That's just 33 who have replenished the other lads. These guys, meanwhile, we're not going to North America. We're going to the Mid-Atlantic. There we are. So, to El Caribbean, because that's how you say that for some reason, Thomas. And, okay, we have a garrison. I think I had to exempt from tax last turn because of that nonsense. Yes, we'll get the tax back on there. That is lovely. And elsewhere, to be honest, without the money, there isn't an awful lot we can do. This is where, I don't know what you're doing, but you're causing problems. Okay, we can see a bit of a force over here. That's fine. Hanover it's got enough in it to deter a random attack, but it's not going to hold off against anything significant, is it? No. I think what we need to do, make sure that we're prepared over here in Courland. But in the meantime, I think, quite frankly, we need to take this army and get marching. So I think I need to do just a little bit of merging. Can we just do Control M like we used to? It doesn't seem to work. I don't know if there's a shortcut for this anymore. Oh well, it's all fine. So we'll just do a little bit of merging and see what we've got. I think there's a couple units that just still need healing here, which is a bit unfortunate. So yeah, I think we'll leave those 2 line infantry behind. The rest of us can get marching. How are you feeling about that, by the way? -2. Can we do with 1 turn of strikes? Potentially. In fact, to be honest, militia are not needed. So militia, has that settled it down? -1. It's quite irritating, to be honest, lads. Quite irritating. You know what? -1 for a term. It's fine. We just got to go and deal with these guys because they're causing me problems. So, on to the Russians once again. We're back to last episode. We're just mowing them down. It's not the biggest army in the world. Would it be enough to go and take Kyiv? Looks like it. If we can pick them off in smaller batches like this, then certainly that works for us. So let's head in. Let's go and take them down. This is an interesting battlefield, to be honest, because we have an awful lot of little choke points around, and I seem to have forgotten to actually deploy my cavalry at all. I realised I took the Dragoons with me. The Dragoons are supposed to be here to, like, you know, defend against, all of that kind of nonsense, you know, like in the rebellions. But hey-ho, we'll ignore that for now. They're going to charge into us, which is a bit unfortunate. These guys are just casually walking past. Maybe just, like, I don't know, get in position. So, yeah, there are a load of these little mini cliffs here, so I'm just going to try and cover that up as much as possible. Fortunately, I think we've lost a few more men than we need to there. It's about 15 or so. Nothing too bad. Okay, these guys are just going to run into position between those two cliffs and take that over. That's excellent. Okay, Dragoons can just mop them up. That's absolutely fine. These guys can just swing back behind the line along with the general. These guys are supposed to stand on the cliff up here. Maybe just a bit more like that will be nice. Thank you very much. So, what are they doing at the moment? They're coming from all sorts of positions. Yeah, we have this sort of mini cannon-y thing in the middle here where we can put some of our men, such as this guy over like that. Thank you very much. And really, I'd love to funnel them through here to be shotgunned, but I don't think that's going to happen by the looks of it. They're throwing that cavalry out there, and the rest of them just seem to be wandering in that direction. So it looks like we might have to redeploy, which is a shame because I quite liked this potential defensive spot. But we are getting a few shots in on these guys as they get into the second cannon's range, which is very nice. Hopefully we can just take out the general. Having to just reorganise our positions a little bit. We're just going to block that cannon up with those two. The rest of them are just going to form a nice straight line here. We've got a cannon there, but they've ended up swinging to one side of the battle map. Dragoons might as well come and join these guys up on that hill as we just get our positioning reorganised. Looks like I'm missing the general there, which is a bit unfortunate. These guys, how far is your shotgun canister? A little bit better, but yeah, we can get a bit closer before we worry about that. But they're getting quite close to that position now. Maybe let's just make sure everyone's running if they're not already. We need you to be in position, please, lads. I think it's canister time at this point, which normally makes them flee almost immediately, which is always amusing as far as I'm concerned. Okay, General is indeed going to start getting tempted by the likes of our Dragoons over here. These guys are indeed running into position. These guys are not running into position, so start running, please. Dragoons might as well swing out. You guys stand still. You guys stand still. Just get any shots in if you can. Any shots would be very much appreciated. I think shotguns are happening elsewhere. Okay. Yeah. This is what I want to see. Get into him. Get into that general, and Dragoons can just start getting around the back. Actually, that would be magnificent. These guys, what are you up to? You just get into those guys a little bit closer. We've got two shooting at him. One line which is currently doing kind of nothing. Actually, just run out there. Try not to get too shotgunned. Probably won't work too well for you otherwise. General is trying to flee a little bit, but we'll get on top of him if at all possible. If, to be honest, at this point, these guys might as well just start dealing with those lads instead. Yeah, you know what? Get on top of these guys as much as possible. You take on those guys. That's fine. They are in big trouble now. Is that a shot of their cav with the canister? I think it was. Canister might need to stop what it's doing, actually. Seems a little bit insane as far as I can tell. Okay, let's get my horses out. Start charging them down. I think we just need to get on top of them. Dragoons are doing some work to their general. He is routing. Okay, you guys go to... Yep, that's fine. Any general is killed. You guys get into hand-to-hand as well. Don't really like hand-to-hand. It's a bit more damage than I need to get. You guys, likewise, start running them down. Cavalry have hit them. Just get on top of these guys. I don't want them... causing any more problems. They've got experience, so we need them dealt with. That general's gone anyway. Don't worry about him. Clear out that melee that we don't want to be going on any longer. These guys You guys just close that trap, and I think we'll probably have this under control. At this point, we do have them all routing, which is perfect. We're just going to mop them up. I want no one getting away from here. We probably lost a few more than we needed to in this battle, to be honest. I'm not entirely pleased, but if we've mopped them up and taken out a general, it's probably pretty much a win. It's just a few generals getting away at this point. Can't catch them. Excellent work. And with that, we'll bring it back to the campaign map and see how that works out for us. It's still, yeah, could have been better, to be honest, but job done, and always nice to take out a general. Why always leaps out so much as that. Now, dragoons. To be honest, if we can chill this out, you know, we'll just get another dragoon because we'll just need another one down here in Kyiv anyway. So, you know what? I think that's blue, is it? We're not going to quite get there. Anyway, it's fine because they'll probably attack us. So we'll go and deal with these guys. Annoying as it is, but apparently the Russians haven't learnt their lesson. Good news, we've managed to successfully sabotage the barracks over here in Kyiv, which is very nice indeed. Hopefully that prevents them getting any more line infantry into battle. We are, though, going to send our troops marching down into the Ukraine, and hopefully we can take them out. Now, we just have to enter that interception zone here. I think that's what's about to happen. Don't think they're going to leap out at us, but I think we're pretty much... Oh, we've just about reached it, but we are just out of movement points. You know what, it's fine. Workers are on strike in Moscow, as we know, but we have got ourselves some dragoons to try and deal with that problem. We're also going to get the Bordy House finally repaired, which is a chunk of money that we don't really have, but it is what it is. Okay, yeah, and our boats are indeed moving over to the Americas, which is fun for us. Hopefully that will be some big money piles in the future. Now, I have had a little chat with Westphalia. Oh, screen's a bit jumpy right now, isn't it? Yeah, Westphalia seem to be getting more and more neutral with me, quite chill. Just kind of want a nice friendly neighbour to hopefully keep things relaxed for me. Now, okay, we have ourselves an army over here, and we have ourselves a gentleman. That's lovely. So get our gentleman onto this boat, please. Don't really want him to get assassinated. That would be ideal. These two units, of course, coming over from the war in Karelia. Can go and fill up Courlands, which is excellent. And you, my good sir, lovely stuff. Bring you around to our house now. There are more and more of these Russian gentlemen floating around that I might need to try and do something about. As long as they're not ruining my research. I get the impression that's what happens when they go into the actual town itself. But anyway, as long as they're not ruining anything, I'm happy enough with that. He can't move until next turn because that wasn't a port where he got dropped off at, but that's close enough. It will do for now. Boat can head back to our port down south at around Malmo, I guess. And that is absolutely grand. Have a look around, see what else is going on, but it seems like a quiet turn to me. It looks like Russia wants to take us on in the field, which is probably the much better result than facing them properly by taking it down myself. So, regiment of horse, we do have line infantry here, 3 of them, 1 more in the reinforcements as well. The Cossacks, who are similar but not quite as good. That should mean we're in a decent enough position. In terms of cavalry, we are mildly superior. We do have more numbers, it should be remembered as well. And dragoons can get off and do a bit of gunning, to be honest. They're basically mounted infantry. So we'll see about that as well. We have the cannon advantage entirely, which should be massive. Let's hit him. Here we have our battlefield then, and from here we can see our cannons taking their first shots, and yeah, this is where the reinforcements are coming in, by the way. Just thought we'd get a viewpoint of that old situation. And by and large, I was thinking, yeah, let's put my cannons right near the front because I want to be gunning them down. They probably realise that they don't want to be gunned down by the cannons, and they probably want to get themselves, you know, in a much better position. So I'm going to turn this over to canister pretty darn soon, actually, and we'll see how we go. These guys are just going to run in, then blast the canisters right at them immediately. I don't know if we'll still do it from this range, but we might well do. These guys, Regiment of Horse, are coming on in. We hopefully are going to get some shots in. Let's get my horses out to go and deal with these guys. There we go. Excellent stuff. Get my horses around here as well. They're going to get intercepted by the house. And, oh, don't shotgun through my own men. That's complete insanity. Okay, I suppose they were the only targets at that point. But even so, ridiculous, laddie Jim. Okay, we're on top of those guys. Horses, yeah, horses just continue to chase down their horse for now. Though Cossacks can go deal with this building. That's just my slightly weaker unit. The 58, I think, yeah, they're in the house. That's good for me. Okay, you guys, are you in canister range? Not quite. Keep them on normal for now. Keep them on normal for the time being. Okay, horses, continue to just charge down whatever's routing. That's fine. I don't want them coming back, and that will get us around the back of the enemy as much as possible. Line infantry are in a good position now. You must be in canister range, my guys. You must be. Can't believe you're not. Okay, they are line infantry. Just bring these guys back in. I think I moved moved my line infantry out of that as well. And there's a very specific position that they're in. Get these guys back. That's absolutely fine. If they want to get distracted by this house, I am quite happy with that. There are reinforcements to consider though, Thomas. So just remember, we want to take these guys out pretty darn soon. Both get a canister into these guys, if at all in any way possible. That would be magnificent. So, this guy, if you don't have a shot, go and get it. That'd be perfect. We're now blasting down these buildings just to make sure this guy gets dealt with. I think they're actually getting some shots in at my cav. That's not ideal, is it? Just go and charge at them, and then if they're going to be numpties like that, their foot infantry are going to come in. Again, fine by me. Go over to canister. They are well in range now. Oh, they don't like that. No, they don't. Okay. Horses are just running through some of these Cossacks right now. Just go through to the far side of them. That's not a problem for me. Just try and get through them. I don't know if it works like it does in old Total War, where you're just running through them, often breaks them. Yeah, that still looks like it's working, actually. There we are, wavering, 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 broken. Okay, that's excellent. Get the Dragoons over here. And it looks like they're going to come and charge into these guys. That's fine, to be honest. You deal with them, you deal with them. But I do want to make sure that we clear this out a little bit more efficiently than we currently are, because this is not as efficient as I'd like it. These guys should not still be fighting, but apparently they are. Get into the flank of them. We're going to win that battle, obviously. That's fine by me. Their reinforcements are starting to arrive. This is not going as well as I'd like it to be, although it's going perfectly fine. But it certainly could be an awful lot better. You, get yourself in there, and we're going to flank these guys brutally. Okay? Cavalry need to just get on top of these cav and make sure they're not back in this battle for a moment. And with that, hopefully underway, we'll be in a good position. These guys are somehow still fighting. No idea how. They're wavering, and to be honest, I'm going to charge these cav because I think they're going to be gone pretty much immediately. So line infantry at the back, they're not really doing anything at this moment in time. These cav can now swing into that flank. Hopefully that will break them. Get all three aiming on these guys. Actually, don't do that. Just shoot them. Just shoot them, please. That's the whole point of this. You guys, back to... No, not that. Back to shooting some of these guys, please. You have massive cannons of doom. And 2 line infantry. Get yourselves back into position over here. Although it looks, to be honest... Actually, you guys stay here. You guys might just need to stay there, actually, because it looks like they might be trying to get this guy around like this. So we'll just cover that flank, if indeed that is what's about to happen. Get the cavalry away. Get the cavalry... Do they fail? Oh, my Dragoons failed over there. That's unfortunate. I wasn't watching. It's the one time that a cavalry charge hasn't done the job. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay. Get these guys over here. We might just need to change this angle. I think we are going to change the angle. Let's get these guys across this house like this. Get the big cannons firing. And get you over here. And with that note, these cav can just come and finish those guys off because they are irritating me. Fine. Reinforcements coming on him. Pretty much fire at what you want. They're going to come and storm this place, which is fine by me. Get distracted all you want. We'll try and blow you up if we can. With the cav arriving, these guys are wavering, 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 and broken, which means yeah, the line infantry can get back to gunning down the line infantry who have just got themselves back into the fray. Excellent news. You, Cav, can just continue to run off there. The Dragoons have completely cleared off, which is going to be frustrating when I actually want to finish people off later, but it is what it is. Okay, these guys actually, you need to get yourself up on this hill. These guys are shaken. They're concerned about their exposed flanks. They should be, because the horses are going to come in very soon indeed. Okay, line infantry are in a position. To be honest, if you've got canister, start shooting. I'm happy with that. Okay, they are apparently coming in. Don't do that. Just shoot them. That was the whole point of that position. Okay, these guys might be in trouble. They're eager but very tired. Hopefully we just get one shot in on them as we arrive. It'd be nice just to... Yeah, there we are. We might shoot some of our own. We might get shot in the rear, but hopefully that's just going to break them. Wavering, 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 wavering. And broken. Okay, get my horses out of there because they are in big, big trouble. The guys in the house have sacrificed themselves. Well done. You bought a lot of time to allow everyone else to do the nonsense. You, canister as well. And they're just going to start sending their regiments of horse over here. Get the general in behind these guys. I think we want this nice and close. Enemy general has been slain. That's good. What about on this side of the battlefield? My horses. Both sets of my horses have now been taken out of the battle. They're routing over there. But we do have 2v1 on that particular flank. And on the rest of this, we're looking pretty good, to be honest. It's been a bit of a scrappy battle. Reinforcements have made it a little bit more chaotic. The cannons not being able to re-angle again just makes things a little bit more chaotic than I necessarily want. But we're not in a terrible position at this point. I've got my general over here. Yeah, this guy's pointless right now over there. Let's get him over here. Running nice and quickly, please. Get yourself running. Oh, yeah, that's a nice canister. I think we're still in a good position to finish this off, but it's not necessarily been an ideal battle. The last few units are indeed just going to start running on in now, and that's looking good for us. How are we doing over there with the Cossacks? Ooh, that's probably not in our favour, actually. We might need to just swing this guy over there right now, because I think this bit of battle is about to be over, actually. So, yeah, the odd shotgun's going to come in. Let's just keep the general the safer side of this battle, which isn't really anywhere. Okay, cannons. Thank you, cannons. Maybe don't shoot our own men anymore. That'll be fine. I think we've got them. Okay, get into these guys. Final few shots. And melee. Get on the melee. These guys weren't needed to be around here, really. I think we've got it. It's really just making sure these Cossacks are dealt with. Actually, cannons. Go back to cannon and just start cannoning these guys. We get these chaps into this kind of a position. We just clear a bit of an angle for the cannons and we'll finish them off with any luck. At this stage, it's pretty much just down to these cavalry who have regrouped and these guys over here, these Cossacks who have been fighting pretty bravely for quite a while now. We have got these reinforcements in. The cannons have cleared off those cav. That's just what you want to see. Got a really nice clear shot through. These guys on this flank have been pretty darn heroic, actually. Oh, excellent job. Excellent job. Chase them down, lads. You should be on the fresher side, I would suggest. There we go. That's victory. Generals chasing down over there. Reinforcements were coming in. It's been a bloody affair. Probably not my most efficient. You probably hear my voice a bit under the weather today. But I can still take Kyiv even when I'm feeling a bit shit. And I'll take that. And that's a victory there. We lost half as much as them. Albeit we have a few more... Actually, no, they had a few more deployed. So actually that was pretty good, all things considered. Now... Okay, he's going to march off into the distance because he was defeated. That's interesting. He's marching off into their territory. Oh, yeah, and he was involved as well, of course. So that leaves Kyiv completely free in just the garrison forces. Oh, that's very nice. It's an interesting day. I wasn't really planning on taking Kyiv, but that's just how this imperialism war nonsense happens, really, isn't it? You don't plan on it. You just end up taking them over. So, how does demand surrender go? I'm intrigued, or to resolve. How are you? I only lost 66. I don't think I could have done it that well, to be honest. But we've really done the key battle to take over the city. So we are going to, yes, enjoy taking over the Ukraine now. Okay, only a 0, actually. I thought that would be a lot worse. So having done that, we've annoyingly burnt a few things down, haven't we? Which wasn't very clever of us. Royal Observatory, very nice. I'm going to have to spend all my money fixing things. This is one of the things I noticed on Empire. Rather than gaining money from an invasion and sacking a place, I end up having to fix everything. Even when I took the city and I didn't destroy anything. Ridiculous. Nonetheless, this is still a decent town to have. It does bring me on the borders of the Ottomans, which I don't really want to be, actually, do I? They're very similar card to Poland-Lithuania. Okay, so they've got Yash. Let's not worry about that too much for now. I mean, we can be friends, I suppose. Actually, no, sorry, Crimea is in between. We actually technically don't have that border. That's good. I don't really want to worry about that. The Crimean Khanate can be chill as well with any luck. Now, what this means is that Russia at this point are just a load of pointless places, basically. So I don't imagine they're going to have any real tech left over at the end of all of this. Now, okay, our army's alive, sort of. The rake at this point, where do we want the rake now? You know what we can do, actually? We can send this rake over to do this job, looking after these guys. And we can send this rake over in this direction where we want to see what's happening. Yeah, near Hanover. Good. This fixes the problem of, not having enough spies. Excellent. So, which is right on this border here. That's a bit threatening to Poland-Lithuania, it should be said. I'm not sure I necessarily want Minsk, but, it might have to happen simply because it's right there and all of that nonsense. We can currently see it, by the way. They do have a few units here, but honestly, we could walk it straight over if we wanted to. So that's something we need to be bearing in mind because we've got plenty of units now in the town. A few militia still hanging around, which honestly maybe we'll get rid of because they're not doing us a huge amount of good. And I feel like Courland, yes, as good as a border territory, but not necessarily helping us push over the line right now. But that's a big territory in Kyiv gone our way. Elsewhere, okay, we've got ourselves another guy over here because we just dropped off our new gentleman, which is beautiful. He's a 1 turn away from the military syllabus, which means a 1 turn away from building our new drill school if we had the money, if we're not spending it on rebuilding Kyiv. And that will mean that we can get fire by rank. And enabling fire by rank, that is what we want. That's what we need for any big future battles against Prussia and Poland. We need that before they have it. They might already have it for all we know, but it's going to be massive when we get it. Basically triples our rate of fire as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's going to be lovely, lovely stuff. Now, one more key thing we need to worry about today, which is over in the Americas. We have some boats that have arrived. Where are you? There you are, Jimmy. Okay, and we are just going to head towards the little pirate islands. This makes sense to me. We're going to swing by these. Trinidad and Tobago, we have Martinique, and we have Antigua. Yeah, so let's go to the Leeward Islands and try and nab some of this nonsense. Since we're speaking of the Americas, we should probably look at how the trade tab is looking because we're trading ivory, currently 21, as well as spices. Okay, so yeah, there's plenty of good things over there like sugar that we can probably be selling for some good old money. Fine, so that's going to look good. Hopefully my throat will survive till the next episode. And yeah, I think we're looking very, very positive here. I was very much hoping that we wouldn't have to go to this part and go and take Kyiv, but apparently we do. And even the game's getting jumpy. It must be catching whatever illness I've got. Oh well. You know what, on the final thing, will Russia... I don't think they should be called a major nation anymore, quite frankly. Peace. Peace. Just take peace. Utterly rejected. Why are you such a utter nonsensical, sir? I'm going to give you carbines. And I'm going to give you 5 turns of military. Let's say 10 turns of military access. Whatever. Just take it. Why will they not accept? Why? Utterly ridiculous. Oh well, I think we'll leave it here because my voice seems to have apparently completely been destroyed. But we're making great progress. We've got ourselves Reykjavik. That's Denmark gone. We've got ourselves Moscow and Kiev, as well as Karelia. That is the Russians basically, they've been castrated as far as I'm concerned. That is pretty much all they can do, being ripped out. Now we just need to solidify it, try and get some peace so that they can't poke us. But I can't imagine they have much infrastructure to really threaten us from this point onwards. So hopefully next time then we'll see our American adventures. That could be an awful lot of fun. We're going to head over to the Leeward Isles, which is going to be exciting. So hopefully we can conquer all of those pirates then. But for now, I will leave you on, Thomas. This is Nerds Gaming. This has been a slightly croaky version of Empire Total War. Thank you, and bye-bye.
Flaming horses! It's a flaming horse! No one can stand in the way of the Reich! No! My archers. So I look at this guy. I don't want to die. But of course you shall, my friend. Oh yes.